Sean Brown, America's freedom fighters. On Monday morning, terrible news broke about an Amtrak train derailing in Washington state, and while the rest of the country is shocked and saddened by the incident, leftists are wasting no time in politicizing the tragic incident. So far, we know the train was carrying a total of 83 passengers and crew, and it derailed crossing a bridge over Interstate 5 near DuPont, Washington. Law enforcement has already said there's been multiple fatalities, and according to several reports, at least 77 people have been transported to the hospital. Authorities in Washington state say 77 people have been taken to the hospital after an Amtrak train derailed on a highway bridge. Sky News news desk at Sky News break, December 18, 2017. The Daily Mail has more on the horrifying incident. Law enforcement have not given an exact number of fatalities yet, but the Seattle Times reports that at least 3 are dead. Train 501 was going south when it derailed while crossing a bridge over Interstate 5 near DuPont, Washington around 7:40 a.m. Pacific Time, causing at least one car to fall onto the freeway below. Amtrak confirmed its train was involved but did not provide further information. "We are aware of an incident involving Amtrak Train 501, the rail operator said on Twitter. "We will update with additional details as they become available." It was the first day of the new high-speed Cascade service, which rerouted trains down 14 miles of updated track. The new bypass between Tacoma and DuPont is straighter, meaning that trains can go faster than they did on the old line, a Pierce County Sheriff's spokesman said. There were multiple fatalities on the train. Despite the fact that the train hit several cars and trucks on the freeway below, no motorists were killed. Some of the injured passengers were rushed to the hospital, while those strong enough to walk were being treated at the scene. Below are some pictures from the Pierce County Sheriff's Department showing the carnage. As you can see, this is absolutely horrible. Making it even more tragic is that it occurred just a week before Christmas, and countless families are now wondering if their loved ones survived the wreck. However, despite the horrifying nature of the derailment and the fact that we still have no clue what caused it, leftists are already trying to blame President Trump and the Republican-led Congress for causing it. Seriously. Below are reactions from Twitter. This would be a good time to remember the summer effort by Trump's White House to gut funding for Amtrak infrastructure improvements. This would be a good time to remember the summer effort by Trump's White House to gut funding for Amtrak infrastructure improvements. Bob Toomey, at Bob_Toomey, December 18, 2017. As America's crumbling infrastructure continues to erode, while Trump pockets millions of dollars with the GOP, train derailments to become the norm as railroads, bridges, highways, etc., are beginning to resemble those of third-world countries. As America's crumbling infrastructure continues to erode, while Trump pockets millions of dollars with the GOP, the norm is railroads, bridges, highways, etc., are beginning to resemble those of third-world countries. https://t.co/os9 Nahawi, Bill Madden, @activist 360, December 18, 2017. Amtrak train derails over Interstate 5 in Washington. Major power outage at ATL Airport. Meanwhile, the GOP is cutting taxes on the wealthy, which will lead to cuts in infrastructure and more incidents like this. Before we know it, we will be living in a third-world nation. Play button. Amtrak train derails over Interstate 5 in Washington. Play button. Major power outage at ATL Airport. Meanwhile, the GOP is cutting taxes on the wealthy, which will lead to cuts in infrastructure and more incidents like this. Before we know it, we will be living in a third-world nation. Ed Krasenstein, @Ed Krasen, December 18, 2017. There are many casualties on the Amtrak derailment, and that popular vote loser in the Oval Office instead tweets about his daughter and lies about congressional races. A real president would offer comfort, stating authorities are on scene and will be investigating accident. There are many casualties on the Amtrak derailment, and that popular vote loser in the Oval Office instead tweets about his daughter and lies about congressional races. A real president would offer comfort, stating authorities are on scene and will be investigating accident. Jonathan Jewell, at Jonathan Jewell, December 18, 2017. Clearly, unfortunate events like the Amtrak derailment, ATL power outage, the gunning down of 500 concertgoers, etc., can easily be solved with deregulation, a tax cut, and thoughts. The Amtrak derailment, ATL power outage, the gunning down of 500 concertgoers, etc., can easily be solved with deregulation, a tax cut, and thoughts. At John R. Chase, December 18, 2017. You get the idea. These people can't even let politics go. In a sad situation like this. Meanwhile, it's being reported that the train was traveling at roughly 81 miles per hour and the curve it was going around had a rated speed of 30 miles per hour, so odds are that had something to do with the crash. Plus, it was a new stretch of track that was just built, so our thoughts and prayers go out to all of the victims of this tragedy. If you enjoyed this story, be sure to follow Sean Brown on Facebook. Together we will make America great again. Dean James. 3% at America's freedom fighters. Follow us on Facebook at Nation in Distress. Please like and share on Facebook and Twitter. Like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter, subscribe to our newsletter.